most storied and beautiful venues in college football, Mighty Stadium. Week 7 is underway in EA Sports College Football, and we are ready for a terrific game. It's the Florida Atlantic Owls and the Army Black Knights. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe will be down on the sideline. Florida Atlantic ready to kick it off and get this game started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Army Black Knights offense will have the football first. And here comes Cale Hellups. His first order of business, manage the game and don't get them behind the sticks. Give to the fullback. Breaks into the open. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38.
And we talked to the coaches coming in, right? Like, they knew they were going to see the option. But the speed is so much faster in the game, and the offense does a really good job getting it to the pitch man pretty quickly, making that read and making a play early in this football game.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Ready.
Off the play fake. Finds his big tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
Ready. Black 14. Go.
A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Still 3rd down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. He's looking downfield to throw. He makes the grab, and they pick up just a few on that completion. The Black Knights will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He gets a block. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. So Florida Atlantic's offense will now get its first chance with the football. And when these two guys are in sync the way they were a week ago, just a nightmare. It's a performance they hope they can repeat this week, Jesse.
And I think a big key in that last game was they linked up a couple times early, had some big plays, and then after that, David, it didn't seem like the quarterback was looking anywhere else. They're going to try and establish that.
Caught, and he's got room. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's Bernard. Finding some room. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Looking to throw on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And that's a gift, right? Like, he was pretty dang open, and that drag route came open, and he had a chance to catch that, chew up some yards, but the defense will take it. And I tell you what, when you go over the middle, man, you got to have some courage, and I don't know if he felt some pressure and some bodies around him, but that was a clear drop.
We're only in the opening drive here, guys. He's already making his mark in this game. He is so dynamic from the running back position, and it's obvious in their game plan and what it entails. They are going to force feed him the rock and just wear this defense down.
Shoots it to the left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. He'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Black Knights!
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Finding an escape route. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they hand it off to him here on the second drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this game.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Army! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Sends it back in motion. They'll go to the air. Bring in the heat. Spits it out to the back. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. The Owl offense is out there to get this drive underway. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. This time he wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Florida Atlantic will have to send out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. The Black Knights offense will go to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go.
Oh, he's got some space. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38.
22.
They'll run the option. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. Guys, let's give a little context to where Army is. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. 3-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a 3-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere, to play in better conferences against better competition, but this for him felt like home, and now he has a chance to go out and live that dream.
Gets it all the way down to the 30. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Rides to back and leaves it. got enough for the first. Wide open spaces. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. We've reached the break, and Army has the lead. As we take a look at the stats, things are a little one-sided so far. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line.
Ready. Ready. Let's go.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Well, short completion, setting up third down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
It's third and goal and third and long. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment defense.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. Well, that changed things a bit after the penalty. It's 3rd and 3. Motion from the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Going right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll be chased out of bounds inside his own 20 at the 18-yard line, and a great job of coverage there. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Florida Atlantic gets to the line quickly. To the air on 1st down. Using the quick game. Still on his feet at the 45. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like before the half.
Makes a grab and room to run. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
Well, that's 3 throws on this drive and 3 completions and 3 first downs. And it's funny, talking to the offensive coordinator during the week, he said, hey, if my head coach would let me do it, I'd throw the ball 100 times a game. I wouldn't even run it because of how much I trust this quarterback to do the right thing. And that's exactly what's happening on this drive.
Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Owls. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Army sends its offense onto the field to start the drive. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here to extend that lead, David.
And I think you definitely want a touchdown, but if you put another long...
Just keeps moving. Breaks free, and he might be gone. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Fires to the right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Just couldn't get away from the tackle.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Gets it to the back. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. And the Black Knights come to the line with a new set of downs.
Black 14, go!
Trying to run, it's Howard. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Runs through the tackle. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Black Knights! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. They'll send the back in motion. Under fire. Got it. He will be stopped short, just shy of the goal line, and the 2-point conversion attempt will fail. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
And the Owls are in the hurry up. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got his man on the outside. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball. And this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rigged running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Just keeps swinging it. Makes the catch. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that. If they're
Maybe some room here. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
Fires to the middle. Got his man to the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but they're in the red zone at the 14. The Owls go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Bernard. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Right back to him on the ground. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So it's an 80-yard drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So good first half.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? The Black Knights trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Look out, he's got room. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be fourth down. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. They punt it away on fourth down. On his way back from the 20. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Took them a little while to settle into this game, but this offense has it going here in the second quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, a little bit of a feeling out process there early, but they seem to have found something. They're going back to the well, and they need to keep that up here on this drive, David.
Definitely, and they got the momentum going, and once you start getting the momentum going, it's crazy what I've seen in college football. It's so hard to stop it. It takes over, and sometimes it leads to enormous swings.
They get him on the ground at the 36 after a pickup of 5.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And the Owls headed quickly to the line. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on first down. With the catch, it's Messer. What tremendous vision to find the crease and explode through it. He's down to the 31. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27.
And he's just kind of proven that he's difficult to defend. I mean, I'm playing defense, and we've seen him have success throwing the ball through the air. But now, nice job dropping back, trying to force the ball down the field, but does a really smart thing. Just kind of tucks it, takes off, and gets the first down. This guy's showing you a little bit of everything today.
And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. That'll cut this lead down to 5. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. A very conservative approach here, just taking the knee and heading to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with Texas taking on the Florida Gators.
Just about set to get this second half underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half to get...
Turning it on! And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles and make a big play.
I understand the quarterback wants to get this dominant wide receiver the ball as often as possible, but I wouldn't try to get it to him in double coverage. I think you have to let the defense's coverage dictate who gets the ball. There was somebody else open on that play.
Makes the grab. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single cut.
Could be an alley. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks. It's first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Owls kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Running inside. It's Farrell. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown Owls. They looked finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
From the gun, looking for a man. He's got it for the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. So as soon as they step on the field here in the third quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. On the option. Keeps it on first down.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. After that false start, the whole approach changes now on 2nd and 10. They'll power it inside with the fullback. Stuff on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback keeps it. He's stopped right at the 31-yard line. That's not enough for a first down, and it'll be fourth.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, checking in from the Florida Atlantic sideline. Guys, I can feel the energy here and the chemistry between this quarterback and his star wide receiver. He's already got 100 yards receiving in this game, and the way they're talking on the sideline here, they want to keep that going. I think you're going to see him continue to get some downfield targets from his QB here in this game. I'll keep you posted.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in 3rd and short, 3rd and medium, 3rd and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
Pickup of 5. It's now 2nd and 5.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for you.
They give it to him again. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
This Florida Atlantic offense is on a roll. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bernard. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And it's good! They've stretched out the lead, and now they can't catch him with a field goal.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
The Black Knights offense will go to work. The defense able to hold them to a field goal on that last drive, and now this offense will try to answer, and they need a touchdown. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that field goal? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, the ground game. Crosses to 40. Might have a chance. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. And the Black Knights have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Gets the back moving. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Dumps it off in the flats. Could not make his way to the corner. They've got it right on the edge of the red zone, but they face a 3rd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion. The give on the option. They stop him right there. They tried to convert with the run, and the defense was up for the challenge.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the 1st down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Oh, the ball popped out. That's a way to mess up a drive. He recovers the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, in this situation, the only offensive player who can advance the fumble is the guy who dropped it. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
The give to the back. There he goes. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And the running back there did everything that he's coached to do, right? They've got the lead late in this game. You've got to stay in bounds. You're finding yards. It's a positive run, but you're not going out of bounds. Really well done.
On the move, it's Farrell. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
Oh, that got slippery like that.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the 1st on the ground like that. We're in a 1-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
It's now 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. The running back has it. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Trying to impose their will with the run. So they'll use a timeout here. 1 more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. And they'll line up for the field goal to try to tack a little onto the lead. And he got it! Putting that 3 on the board makes it a 2-score game.
That's a big drive for this offense in the fourth quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
Army sends its offense onto the field to start the drive. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs, on first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes...
Lets it fly. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Looking for more room. And after making the interception, he takes it inside the 40. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Oh, it's a reverse. Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. They'll call it a 9-yard loss. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. The run inside. It's Bernard. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Do they do it again? They'll go right back to the run. There's some room. Makes it past the marker. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. He got a step and just dusted the field. That should move them closer to this elusive second win of the year as they build this fourth quarter lead.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And they did tack on the extra point.
22.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive wants to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Second down, they'll go to the air. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that third down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. The play action fake. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
And what a great play right there by the pass rush, affecting the QB's rhythm, David. He didn't have a chance to throw that on time. They forced him to scramble. Everything broke down. He tried to go get it himself, but you saw the speed catch up to him, bring him to the ground, and the defense, they win it for their team.
Just great job taking away the initial read, right? Like he wanted to throw the football. Great initial coverage. Then it breaks down a little bit, and now you got to chase. You got to play that second play. They do it masterfully. In a big moment, man, they chase him down, they get to the QB, and they call game and walk out of here with the W.
They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. And while the game is all but decided, why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun, right? Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic! And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Someone say run out the clock. Someone say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.